On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alex O, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. What you know about juice? Making them moves. That flow casual, breaking the news. Revenue proof. A building portfolios taking well over exceptional pain. I'm trapping this, so participation ain't a hard knock. I put in the work so you got knowledge. You ain't drawing with luck when you following us. The result is a pan full of fat pockets. Bada bang, that's an outer game with an auto flame. With a lot of hate. Get up out the lane, ain't about the trade. Have another trade, get another play. They playing God so pretentious. Grapes in these waters forbidden. Well indeed, that's a felony. Don't look at me, but it's TRB. Have you heard of TRB? I don't know. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alex O, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alex O, crypto. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alex O, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto. Alex O, crypto.
I figure if I just like sit here and like sign to you guys, maybe you'd be like, microphone. What's going on, gang? How we all doing? My God. Bitcoin, giving everybody some hopium. Up, down, side to side. What is going on with this price action? How are we all doing today? Good to see you guys, Otter Gang, in the chat. Took a long today, got out of that long, made a little bit of money, honey, and the short from last night. Brewberry gave an advance. I mean, the community continues to crush it, okay? I know that to be true. I cut my thumb yesterday on I made salmon last night. How do you guys say it? Is it salmon? 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 Why is there an L there? Who put the L in salmon? There's a dad joke in there somewhere. Thumbs up. When we were kids, we used to go thumbs up for war amps. That's horrible. You know, that's what you do as kids. We ain't like that anymore. That was the joke when you... Salmon. You jamming? I want a salmon with you. Salmon. It's good to see you guys. Wick's wife had salmon as well. Magnum DeFi in the chat. What's going on? Alexandra G. Good to see you. Chris Klein. Brian Sanchez. Good morning. Good to see you. Jeanette. Hope you're doing well, Jeanette. Caffeinated Crypto. Oceanus. Good to see you as well. My God. Blackie Chan. What's going on? Verified Trader. Chris Klein. Lloyd Rogers, Spencer, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Samon. And it's an interesting day. I think Bitcoin looks like it's going to roll over. Not looking so hot. Did you just wake up? No, I just had a shower. I teach at 11. And then I shower after I teach, and then I come and do the live. And then, got to hit the gym early, all that good stuff. So, dad joke. I like that January 1st one with the first date. You can't kiss on the first date. That was good. Now, the dad joke today is, give me a lower low. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Why did the client... I can't read this morning. Why did the child... Client. My child's going to be my client. Do you want your allowance, child? Why did the child get arrested for refusing to take a nap? Why did the child get arrested for refusing to take a nap? Because she was resisting arrest. I like that one. I like that one. Resisting arrest. Oh man, oh man, oh man. It doesn't get much better than that. Let's jump into it. Let's go. That's 10 out of 10. Yeah, that's a 9.5. Yeah, I'm on board with that. That's up there. I would give that a 9.2 if we're going to be picky. Okay? A 9.2. So what's going on here, right? What's going on here? Well, what happened? What happened? Where we're at, right? Where are we at? Bitcoin, right? Climbing on up here. Nice little Bart Simpson we were talking about yesterday. And this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful push getting to the top of our resistance level here. And a breakout to only break our hearts, right? A breakout to break our hearts. So this was at 12 in the morning, right? Then you get this double top here. Now the signal here for the low is really the exhaustion on this push up. Okay, so you can see here that we push up into the highs here. We get exhausted. Zoop. There's your exhaustion. There's your lower low. There's your break of structure. That's your entry for your short, and that's your retest continuation, okay? Except this stuff happened early in the morning. Not many of you have caught that, okay? Then we come into, let me expand this. We come into our golden pocket retest zone, which is also previous support. Sorry. Previous support. But we're looking for the bounce, right? The continuation. That's not the right low. This is the right low. Okay? And I took this long. As you guys can see in the Discord, I took this long. I told you I was entering. I entered. I managed my risk. I took profit once. It was quite swift. As you can see. Entered long right there. Big, bold letters for people so they can see. Okay? Came up, bounced up to our take profit one at 58,136. TP1 hit. Okay? Stop loss moved up. It wiggled around a little bit and we got out. Okay? And now we're looking for the next trade. Okay? So, able to take that trade, make some money. And now we're back trying to find another trade. So, the question is, what's next, right? What's this hopium that I'm talking about? Where can we go from here? And can we break out of this, right? And, I shared something on Twitter. On Twitter, I think Brewberry was going over this as well. Where we're looking at this sort of Wyckoff accumulation area, okay? I think it's a Wyckoff 2. If I'm going to be specific, let me share it here. So there's our Wyckoff 2 here idea, right? So after we've done this downwards action here, we are expecting a retrace to swing the lows, okay? To swing the lows. So we're looking for this ST over here, which would be here. So this is our high, right? This is our other high. Whoop. This is our swing of the lows, and then that's when we start to break out to the upside, right? Oops, it didn't draw. So Swing of the lows. That's kind of where I am looking to possibly come down to, okay? Swing of the lows. Now, this isn't always perfect. They never always are perfect, but it's definitely something for us to keep in mind, okay? What's going on? Nick Musgrave in the chat. Guys, if you want me to look at your altcoins, now is your chance to throw them into the chat so Nick can count them up, because Nick's our amazing moderator, and he's in charge of the alts, okay? Don't mess with Nick. The guillotine, the axe is here, okay? The axe is here. So throw those altcoins down below, and we could take a look at your altcoins, guys. Make sure you throw them in below. Your participation helps us in our situation, so that would be nice. So, rolling over, yeah. Okay. So how do we get into a short trade now, right? So we can see that we are tracking momentum to the downside. We have a couple of trend lines here that we are aware of, okay? So downwards trend line here, pushing down. We have some buy areas as well that we are targeting for potential bounces and take profits. If you are in this short, then we are favoring coming into this order block down below here. You can see loud order block just below here, trying to come in within this area. However, the better trade idea, I believe, is either we swing down to here, which is a more macro range golden pocket area. So if we go from the swing low here all the way to the swing high, we can see that this correlates in nice unity with not only this order block within here, but this buy zone here and this trend line here. So this right here is going to be my major buy zone. And this is sort of like where we look for a reaction of price bouncing from is right here. Okay, so we have our 382 at 57,000, and then we have our golden pocket at 55,400. Okay, and by definitely taking a look at this, we can try to maximize our profits. All right, we want to be looking for longs in these areas. Okay. Dave Digital says Billy Goat Tales' new children's book is live on Amazon now, $14.99. Grab a piece of history while you're supporting one of the industry's biggest supporters. Absolutely, yeah. We grabbed. We have the book on our checkout for that book, so we will be buying that book too. And we have a little baby on the way, so it'll be reading some Billy Goat Tales to our child. That's pretty awesome. Thank you. That's awesome, Nick. Thank you so much, bro. You can now relax. You can now relax, my man. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much, bro. So we have our buy levels, right? And right now it's a very big consolidation, but what do we have coming our way, right? What do we have coming our way? And that is inflation, my friends. Inflation readings. Now, Chair Powell, Jerome Powell, has talked the last 2 days, okay? And the CFTC, I believe, has deemed Bitcoin and Ethereum to be commodities, okay? So this is good news. I saw it on Twitter somewhere. But if you are looking for that book, this is my man, Billy Goat Tales. Screenshotting it so that you guys can see. That's my man, Billy, man. I love Billy. Billy Goat Tales, okay? Go and check it out. So, we have inflation coming our way. Now, what does inflation bring? Inflation brings data that can help us predict whether or not we are getting rate cuts, okay? So, that's going to be important. So, yes, we're waiting for this volatility that's coming 8:30 Eastern Standard Time in the morning tomorrow. So if you're in a trade, you might want to close it. You might want to make sure that you're putting your stop loss to entry, all those good things. Or you might want to trade it like I used to do a couple years ago when I was an absolute degen and I just liked volatility. So it's totally up to you guys. I would suggest staying out of it. And you will learn your lesson eventually by trying to trade days like this. That's all I got to say about that, okay? So be very, very careful. Now, you guys are so nice. Wishing Alexandra G a blessed day. Yeah, she's a super moderator. She's always around. You guys are incredible. So, in anticipation for the inflation rate, and then how do we track inflation, right? And what they're going to do with rate cuts. Well, I've shared this with you guys before. Where you go over to your CME group, you check this out. Make sure you use these tools. Good to see you. Amy Lives Crypto in the chat. Good to see you as well. Where we can anticipate the rate cuts, right? So we go over to September. This was at 64% last week, okay? We are now at 71.8%. So we'll see how this reacts due to that data. Tomorrow, we'll definitely be looking at that. But we'll definitely be keeping our ear to the ground and watching this fireworks with some popcorn tomorrow. And I will keep you guys updated, obviously, in the Discord. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm at. And when do you think they'll start pricing that in? So with pricing in the cuts, right? Typically, once they start cutting, there is a dip in the market. It's weird. So could we expect that eventually when we get into September that there's a dip in the market? That's quite possible. Nonetheless, with tomorrow, what we want to see is either a swing of the lows and a bounce or reclaiming of the $60,000 area, right? We have a little blip in the radar where if we get above here, that could signify strength in the market and the opportunity for a higher high and a higher low. To me, this sweep, this one last move is more probable, okay? This one last move. And you guys know my 51,576 target if we get down there, okay? So we're aware. So let's go into the top-down analysis on Bitcoin, just taking a look at the daily. But really, what I'm expecting today is for us to watch the dust settle into the news event. Right, so where would the dust typically settle? And that would be right around the point of control, right? So right around 57,000 for today, right? I would expect us to stay somewhere within where the largest amount of volume is being traded before making that decision, whether down or up tomorrow, going into Thursday, Friday, okay? Now, what's interesting enough is that everybody's scared right now. So we're supposed to be buying fear. Now, the thing with buying fear is how much fear is there going to be, right? And that's always a hard thing to do. So always make sure that you are, I like weighted dollar cost averaging where I'm taking a chunk at certain intervals on the chart where I'm able to lower or get in at a much better price, okay? So we prepare as best as we can. Now, going over the top-down analysis, and thank you all for being here. Thank you for smashing up that like button, subscribing to the channel, all that good stuff, supporting the channel, using our links down below. It really helps me help you. So thank you yet again. So if we go out on our daily, there's the hopium of the confirmation of our beautiful, beautiful green dot, okay? So are we going to get the bull div? Are we going to pop up? That is the questions, right? We got this beautiful bullish divergence here with lower lows and higher lows, suggesting we can come back up to the market. However, we have pushed up within this fair value gap, which is concerning to me. So if we look here, we can see that we do have a fair value gap within this wick here and this high here, where we have perfectly, and I mean perfectly, pushed into this area, okay? So a little bit concerning if we do reject hard today. That to me would be a big rejection, because look at what happened last time it did it, right? Look at this. We consolidated, we pushed up, and we got rocked, okay? So we consolidated, we've pushed up. Are we going to get rocked, right? And then hopefully bounce. Okay, so I want to prepare you guys for something like this just in case it does happen. So that doesn't mean, we're all going to go and get super long on all our altcoins and, back up the truck, as they say, okay? It's, let's be very cautious in this moment of uncertainty. Okay, looking at liquidations here, we know that there's a lot of liquidity above us here, and then a lot of liquidity way down here. Okay, right now, liquidity is going to be key. So if we do sweep down the lows and bounce, that would be great because we want to see that short squeeze eventually. But for now, we wait. Okay, for now, we wait. Going into our 12-hour, what can we see? Well, we said yesterday that we wanted to see this money flow coming back into the market, right? So we've had a little bit of a stall out. I said we want to see confirmation of continuation back into the market. Okay, so we have stopped right now. So let's see if we can continue on our path to this ramping up. And this ramping up sooner rather than later would be an indication of higher prices, okay? Because you can see here, even when we topped over here, this was when we topped, okay? You get another opportunity where money is coming out, and then we're getting that movement out quite quickly here. So there was a secondary opportunity, but nonetheless, we want to just be keeping a close eye on that 12-hour money flow and see if it does continue to come out, right? Other than that, in my opinion, if you take a regression trend tool and you just pull it across here and you pull it across here, well, we're doing pretty much the exact same thing where we are flagging and breaking down. So, like I said, be cautious with trying to get too long here, right? We are in a downtrend, right? So until we see very, very confirmed structure change on a higher term time frame, we want to make sure that we are favoring the shorts and protecting ourselves with our longs and taking profit early, and maybe not trying to catch the big move like I did today when I demonstrated that I took the long trade earlier today, where I got in, I got out, I took my profits, and happy days, right? Making those quick breadcrumbs. As I like to put it, as breadcrumbs. We're collecting the breadcrumbs throughout the charts here, trying to take advantage of price action, okay? Going over to our 4-hour, what can we see? Well, we see a little bit of uncertainty here where we're getting the red dot confirmed back down. Money has yet to turn green here, okay? Money is still very much in the red. So we need to be very aware of, we're in a downtrend, right? We're in a downtrend. Anytime we do see a blip above the zero line, okay, so a blip above the zero line, we're typically looking for a continuation of a downtrend, okay? These are the downtrends, pop up, rejection, right? So using this to our advantage right now, we are possibly looking for short trades, okay? Going into our 1 hour, okay, what do we see? So we can see that right now we have come up. Everybody was drawing this trend line here. They're like, oh, we're breaking out. We're going to the moon. Back up. The hopium is absolutely crazy right now. As soon as you get anything like this, everybody's like, we're going to the moon. And you get the fake out and right back into the range, right back into the chunk of volume that we expect price to chill in until we move tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow I think there will be much more clarity in the sense of which direction we're going, and I'm thinking we roll over, swing fail, and bounce out. Okay, and that's something that we're definitely going to keep our eyes on. Okay, want cheaper alts? Let's go deeper, says Sibel. And there's like a rude joke in there where I say I can't go any deeper, but I said it. And I don't regret it. You gotta be able to laugh. Oh, man. So we're going to get into your altcoins. Right now, you have the levels. You have the key ideas for Bitcoin. I've given you the areas, okay? And we want to make sure that we are prepared as traders, okay? We have a lower downwards trend line. We have the idea that we could be bouncing from either one of these. We want to make sure that we are using good risk management. If we are in longs, we want to be taking profits early. We also want to be favoring shorts right now, so you can see that we are in a little bit of an aggressive downtrend that looks to be rolling over. Okay, there is a little bit of support here, but right now this is looking quite weak, and it looks to just be continuing its work downwards. So Right now, let's see if we bounce into this area and we get some sort of reaction on price, or we make some sort of bullish divergence continuation here and break out of this downtrend. But for me right now, it's really going to look like consolidation in my opinion, okay? Amy Lives Crypto, what's going on? She's been watching Tron today. Oh my God, I haven't looked at Tron in so long. Tron, look at Tron. I mean, Tron is the best USD transfer system around, and it looks pretty strong. Tron looks strong. You can see it has this nice parabolic rise here. All right, I see you, Amy. I see you. Look at this. That's a deep dad joke, yes. I think Tron would be coming up to the liquidity up here. Nice move for Tron, retesting highs. Good spot, Amy. Will it come back down to that 12.7 cents and continue? That's going to be interesting, to say the least. So let's jump into your favorite altcoins. Guys, there's a hurricane coming my way. So at any time, if I do cut out, okay, the remnants of that strong hurricane is hitting the Toronto area where I am from, and we are expecting 80 to 120 millimeters of rain or something. So if I do get cut off, know that I'm here just with my umbrella, okay? Let's go over to our favorite altcoins. I'm going to play some of the beats, because that's how we roll here, and we'll continue on our merry way. Sound check. Guys, make sure you use that BloFin link down below, market site for all those good things. Support the channel. Thank you guys for being here. Smash those like buttons, all that good stuff. We're going to jump into your favorite altcoins and hopefully deliver you guys enough alpha so that you can sleep well tonight.
Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. What you know about juice? Making the moves, that of low casual, breaking the news. Revenue proof, a building portfolios taking well over exceptional gain. I'm chopping this, so participation ain't a hard knock. I put in the work.
Yeah,
so you
barrel, that one.
With luck, when you following us, the result is a pair full of fat pockets. Bada bang, that's an outer gang with an auto flame, with a lot of hate. Get about the lane, ain't about the trade. Have another trade, get another play. They playing God so pretentious. Grapes in these waters forbidden. Well, indeed, that's a felony. Don't look at me for the TRB. Have you heard of TRB? I don't know. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto, on the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto.
All right, let's jump into Tia. The barrel's on its way. We better hurry up. None of this music stuff. Tia breaking out. Nice move. Remember, this thing had like a 20% move out here. This is absolutely awesome. I mean, I do hold Tia, so I am biased, but nonetheless, it's nice to see some strength in Celestia pushing back up. Okay, so breaking structure to the upside is a very nice move coming up. Right now, I would expect a retest. Okay, a retest of 6.15 cents on this nice, very nice move. Okay, getting above that dynamic reactor, suggesting some strength here. So let's see if it does continue. Remember, we can track sort of momentum going this way, making sure that we are building strength on our way up. So any revisit back down to this trend line is going to be indicative of continuation at that level. So we want to be watching closely for that. You can see that money has come back in quite aggressively after this big rollover, okay? So this is looking good. So we want to be patient with our chart right now and see Celestia really holding 615. As you can see, 615 was a previous support level, right? And your level to get above right now, let's zoom out a little bit, okay? Celestia did get rocked, didn't it? Wow. Okay, so you're looking to get above this $8. Okay, $8 is the line in the sand. If we zoom out a little bit more here on our daily, we can see how heavy has Celestia been rocked. Okay, so doesn't mean it can't go back up, right? But this is quite nice considering Celestia's 2x from the top. Okay, so can it get there? Absolutely, in my opinion. What is nice, you can see it held this order block of price action in between the volume here, and you can see that we definitely have that white line as our key level of support to get really within this level between $11 and $8, which is right here. So that's going to be our target for us to get above and flip to support. But nonetheless, right now, I would expect after such an aggressive move out, we would be looking for a retest back down to key support and then that continuation out. Okay, so that's kind of the idea here with Celestia. Probably a 382 bounce from this swing low here to the high. Yeah, 0.5, 382 bounce within this area where we would expect a bounce from. Okay, so make sure you're using good risk management, but keep your eyes on the prize. Let's go over to Floki, not just Chris Klein's cat, but a meme coin, Floki. Shout out to Chris Klein's cat. Chris Klein's cat. Say that 5 times. Floki. Okay, so going over here, we can see that not as strong as Celestia. Okay, nonetheless, Chris Klein's cat. Chris Klein's cat. Oh, man. So you can see that we have made a higher high here. Not really a decisive higher high. So for me right now, it's looking for a retest clearly back down to, some key support here. If we do pull volume across, let's see what we get. We can see where we clearly have key resistance, which is going to be however many zeros, 1, 6. Okay. That's going to be your key resistance. And then you would look for that return back down to this very nice point of control. And that would still suggest continuation from here to here. Let's drag it down a little bit more and let's add a price label there to where we're looking for that bounce here at 000140. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and hopefully we can get a bounce from there. But a lot of these things are starting to look as if they're trying to put in higher price targets, okay? Now, if Bitcoin is going to roll over, that means we are looking for swings of the lows, okay? A little liquidity grab, wick down below, and then we are looking for the higher low, okay? So let's say we break down, then we're looking for the higher low continuation here with the long-term macro bullish divergence from here, okay? And that's going to bring me a higher low. And then we can look to the skies for some higher prices, okay? I'll bust it out for you guys every now and then. I ain't Geo, man. I ain't no singing machine. Okay, I can beatbox, but don't get me to sing, please. Now let's jump over to Mr. Habar. Habar is H-bar. How's H-bar doing? Is it bouncing yet? Nah. Some dust your way for what you do in this space. Off near crypto. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. My man. God bless you, bro. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it, man. I continue to try and show up for you guys. And you guys show your support, and that means the world to me. And hopefully we can get you clarity on all your favorite alts and those kind of things. I am planning a lot of things for the future of this channel. So I'm looking forward, looking to expand, looking to grow, and looking to try to help more people. So been reaching out to a lot of people. Going to continue that journey of trying to reach more, to help more, and to help people create that life of financial freedom that they all deserve. Right? That's why we started this. So now we can see H bar ain't looking so good in comparison to other tokens. Okay, so Habar here, let's pull some volume within this range here. Let's get a little extraction point. Okay, so we can see that we do have our key levels. Okay, our key levels of support are going to be here, here, and here. Okay, so these are where H bar can potentially roll over to if we do not hold this 6.3 cents. Okay, so going into the charts right here, we can see that we failed to make a higher high. So right now, what I'm looking for is a higher high, right? We have not got that. We are rolling over right now. So this is looking a little bit bearish. So a retest down to this red line here would be the idea on Habar. And then we're looking for that bounce, right? We're looking for that bounce. However, it's nice to see that money trickled into the green. Okay, so you can see on this push up here, money trickled into the green. So we are looking for this kind of continuation on money flow where we can look for continuation upwards, okay? And that's going to be what I'm looking for on H bar. But for now, not looking too good. If it loses this, we're coming back down to the 6.3, and then we'll look for continuation from there. You know a bit about bullish or bearish order block. I'd like to find some good content on that. So for order blocks, I use Chart Prime, and Chart Prime, I mean, I can see them, but what Chart Prime does, which is kind of interesting, is they categorize them by volume. So you can see you got your high, and then you got your low, and then I think they have loud. Loud would be the strongest right here. And that's the amount of volume traded at that area of time, right? So I have made an order block video and how they react at volume, right? So this is where, you know, your market maker or whatever is either taking profits, adding to a trade, and whatnot, right? So this is where high volume is traded. So just identifying these really allows you to find, you know, take profits, stopping areas where you're looking for liquidity grabs, right? And by doing that, you can really isolate where you're looking to take profits and actually like get into trades, because that confluence, right? If we swing fail pattern up into an order block, right? That's confluence, right? So I don't really get into either if it's bearish or bullish. I think understanding trend and direction is very important. So clearly we're in a downtrend right now. So any order block above us is going to be a bearish order block suggesting a rejection. And if it seems to be a weak order block, then I would expect a rejection, but then a continuation through it after the rejection. So more of a 382 bounce rather than a 0.65 bounce into it, right? Or if we come down and sweep the lows here, would I expect a bigger push for continuation out? So there's many different ways to look at it. I did make a basic order block video recently, but that's kind of the gist of how I deal with them. And I just like to identify them to add confluence, right? Like for me, if I'm jumping into any chart, right, I'm just looking to add confluence to my already kind of preconceived idea, right? Like I can go into this chart just looking at this. This is bit tensor, right? We have flipped key level of support. Okay, so if we are going to retrace, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a continuation here. If we are going to not continue, I'm looking for a fib retracement down to the 0.65. What else do I see here? I see a fair value gap between here and here. Okay, but that doesn't really line up with like my bounce levels. I also see an order block down below here, which is matched up with actual nice support level right here. So could that be an area of interest, right? you can see the big order block and the liquidity grab is down below. But if I go into a short-term time frame, now these order blocks kind of expand into an area of where I am looking for those potential order blocks. I'm looking for one down here. So let's go to the 24-minute. And you can tell where price, there you go, where price stalls out from, that would be a 382 bounce, right? A retest of previous lows. So I could be looking for a bounce from there. And that's kind of how I would look to doing it, okay? Let's go over and take a look at Ondo, okay? We gave an amazing Ondo trade the other day. And if you took it, congratulations to you guys. But holy smokes, Ondo, we absolutely slapped it where we had a long right here, okay? The long was here, given in advance, the buy zone, and I mean, it absolutely spanked. So we have a big rejection zone up here on Ondo, and I gave this sell in the teaching Discord this morning with Chart Prime. So I gave this sell idea here. Coming back to retest previous highs here. So this has actually played out perfectly. So now that we have this, I'm looking for a continuation, right? Or just a hold of this high, right? And we'll see how that fares. But Ondo, the trade was already done where we came up to that psychological $1. Okay, so people are okay. They'll be like, I bought Ondo at 91 cents and I sold it at $1 and I made, a beautiful 10%. Okay, so coming up to that key area of resistance, Oceanus knows about that Ondo setup this morning, where we absolutely crushed that. But the call was there where we came up, we consolidated at $1, right? We failed to get above it, and then we got rejected, right? And that's a beautiful little 3% trade where you can, enjoy your profits that way. So now that we're revisiting highs, we're looking for a bounce and continuation on the way back up, right? This is still a mini uptrend with a nice breakout of previous resistance where we're looking for a bounce continuation out of this key area now, okay? So keep your eye on the price. Ondo looking for a bounce right here. Wait for confluence on your indicators of, suggestion of a continuation, right? Either you're getting a bull div here on a short-term time frame, you're getting continuation. Here you're making a higher low, and you're getting out, right? And then you look for that long and continuation out, okay? Do you think 51K is a possibility? Absolutely. Absolutely. 51,570 is my target, and then the order block below that at 40... where is it? Let's go and pull it up for you, Chris. So we have that area down below here, 51,576. And then there is one little order block that I don't think a lot of people are talking about right in here that we could be looking for that Wick, right? John Wick's grandmother. This is where she resides, right? So that's kind of the idea, okay? Don't be sorry, Chris. Don't be sorry. You're a good man. You're good. I appreciate the question, so I can answer it for anybody who's not familiar with the idea. If we do trickle down right now, where we think the stopping areas are, right? So, I do think there is one leg down. Where is it going to be? Here, right? Or is it going to be within this area? And that's kind of the end of it, in my opinion, where I look for this to kind of find some level ground. Do you think we can go deep down after testing 64? Now that would be more of a macro look, right? So we came up, we tested 64 once on our 382 retracement level. So if we go from swing low or swing high to swing low here, we can see that we perfectly touched our 382 here, coming down, rejecting, which is an aggressive sell-off, right? So this is an aggressive move. Right? So if we are to come up to 64 again, right, we'd be looking for the rejection, the higher low, inverted head and shoulders. That's what I would be looking for, okay? I really want to see us flip this $60,000 first because that will give us the idea that we are back within the range, right? If we look at where the range is, we are currently putting in some volume in here, which is like a last call of support, right? And then we have that last call of support down below here. But getting back within this range means we need to get above this order block right at 60,000 that we have marked out here. That's going to act as resistance. Okay, we came awfully close recently last night. However, getting a rejection back down seems as though we're going to sweep the lows and then look for a pop off from there. Okay, so that's kind of the idea for now. But going into inflation tomorrow, we're going to have to let the dust settle after we get that news, and then we can be more certain in a sense with the way direction is going to flow. Okay, let's go and take a look at AVAX. Bull div. Okay, bull div continuation, not the strength that I would like to see. Okay, on the daily here, we can see the big wick down, finding support, pushing up, getting above that $26, which I said before that's going to be indicative of higher prices. So we've really pushed beyond that now, and we're trying to hold it as support. So going to our 4 hour here, we can see that there's an indecision in the market here. We had a beautiful push up for AVAX, and a lot of people were getting over zealous and bullish here. We came up to a rejection level, knocked back down, bullish divergence across the board, where we are making lower lows and higher lows, and now we have consolidated in, I would say, a bull flag, but to say the least, I would expect this to roll and then try and break out. Okay, first I would expect a revisit of the lows around 24.7 and then a continuation up. Okay, otherwise, if we roll over and we lose 24.7, we look to revisit the order block down below here, and the liquidity down below here, where we come back and revisit this. Okay, for a double bottom and then a pop off from there. Okay, if we are expecting a sweep of the lows on Bitcoin after tomorrow, then we expect a sweep of the lows on the alts as well. Okay. Kuna Matata, right? No worries. Now let's go over and take a look at Solana. Oh man, Solana. So the bullish / bearists of them all, and you can see we do have a loud order block down below here, so we will mark that out as well. So we're looking for a sweep of this area, but we want to look at this as a sign of strength, in my opinion. Solana has held $120 very well. Okay, you can see this, and if you go back in history, you can see it as well. Okay, so it has held $120. That seems to be the agreeable price to spend all your money on Solana. Now, as we continue sideways here, the higher likelihood of a decision on the breakout of up or down. Okay, so consolidation within this range is going to be probably most likely, right? And a sweep of the lows is probably most likely. And we have put in some very big, thick kind of square volume here. So consolidating within this area is probably most likely. We came up to our sell zone from the other day. Okay, if we come up to this trend line, we break out, retest, we can look for a continuation. Okay, Solana loves that. Solana loves an ascending triangle. Any kind of breakout retest on Solana, it loves it. If you go back in history and you look at it, it's going to be very, very obvious of the way the price action behaves. If you go back on the daily here, you look at Solana, you can draw them all day, every day, where you have these ascending triangles and they break out and retest, right? And then they're gone, right? And then you can do this all throughout this chart where you get that price action pattern where you break out, retest, and you're gone, right? So you get this and gone. You get this one here, and you're gone, right? So now we are in a very big one, to say the least. And if we are going to measure this, this would be absolutely massive, right? Where we're looking to come at least back up to the highs, right? Where we are gone, right? So right now we're in a smaller one within a larger one, right? So you can see here that Solana has a lot of support. This is quite the range for us to hold. And it's nice to see Solana really hasn't deviated from the $120 level. But you can see whenever you have volume like this, right, very square volume without like decisive spikes, right? Decisive spikes. You got very square volume. It typically ends up being Chop City, right? Chop City. So right now I would expect a return to the lows, chopping back up until we have decisive price action. Sorry, my nose is having an itch where we can look for continuation, okay? So going over here on our 4-hour, yeah, I would expect us to come back down to this like 128, 129 area. And like I said, if Bitcoin loses, if its swing fails, we're going to see the swing fail on most of our alts as well. So be prepared for that. It is sus that Wendy O and Alex O both are live at the same time, says Tom Crown, man. Did you see that guy in the funeral home? He drives the flower car. He was on Chair Powell today with you, bro. Guys, if you're not following Tom Crown, what are you doing, man? One of the OGs in this space, has the best free trading course in all of crypto. And he has some amazing shorts, so go follow Tom Crown if you're not already. I appreciate you, Tom. Good to see you, bro. What do you got? What do you think, Tom? Do you think lower? Do you think higher? Do you think bring me a higher low? Do-do-do-do-do-do. But that's pretty much the wrap of our show. It's been a quick one today. I wanted to be swift on the charts for you guys because we do have this hurricane rolling in from Detroit, the leftovers. We're getting the leftovers here in Canada, in Toronto, and we're expecting, it's black out there, and we're expecting like 80 to 120 mils of rain. So just wanted to get this out quickly for you guys, but I'm looking at some sort of a Wyckoff accumulation. I'm looking for a swing of the lows here, and then possibly a pushback, but I don't think the pain is over quite yet. We'll see what the inflation data tomorrow and how it affects the rate hikes, but or the cuts if we get them. But I don't think we're getting cuts until September. It's been an honor and a privilege. And guys, make sure you're following Amy Lives Crypto and Tom Crown. And thank you guys for supporting me and helping me support you. It's always a pleasure. So we will see you guys tomorrow. I will be on the charts early tomorrow morning. I'm not looking to trade right now. I think we're just going to get some sideways chop right here at the point of control on Bitcoin and the rest of the alts leading into tomorrow. So guys, make sure you're using good risk management, not over leveraging your trades. Thank you for supporting me and helping me support you. Guys, go check out Billy Goat's Tales. His new children's book is out. Billy, we love you. And all of you guys, thank you guys so much for your time. It means the world to me, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Band bass like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. What you know about juice? Making them moves, that flow casual, breaking the news. Revenue proof, a building portfolios taking well over exceptional gain. I'm trapping this, so participation ain't a hard knock. I put in the work so you got knowledge. You ain't drawing with luck when you following us. The result is a pants full of fat pockets. Bada bang, that's an otter gang with an auto flame, with a lot of hate. Get above the lane, ain't about the trade. Have another trade, get another play. They playing guys so pretentious. Grapes in these waters forbidden. Well indeed, that's a felony. Don't look at me, but it's TRB. Have you heard of TRB? I don't know. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto, on the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto.